Hi, I'm Brandon Grant, Marketing Director here at QuoteWerks. In this video, we're going to walk you through how to install and set up your QuoteWerks installation for the very first time. Before we begin, there's a couple of important notes we want to mention. First, you need to make sure you have admin rights to install programs on your Windows workstation. Also, this video provides the specific steps for installing a new installation and not updating. If you're going to be updating existing installation, please watch the Installing QuoteWerks Update video instead. Okay, so let's get started. After you have entered your information on the contact form, you will be brought to the download screen. Here's where you can download the trial version of QuoteWerks by clicking on the Download Demo Version button. This will start the download sequence in your browser. While you're waiting for the download to complete, you can watch the Getting Started with QuoteWerks video in the meantime. Once the download completes, click on the download to run the installation. If prompted to allow the app to make changes to your PC, simply click yes, and this will begin the installation process. The QuoteWerks setup window will appear, and simply click next to proceed through the installation process. On the license agreement step, you need to set it to you accept the agreement in order to proceed with the installation. The next action will ask you if you want to perform a new installation of QuoteWerks or update an existing installation. We want to select Perform New Installation and then click Next. Next, you'll choose the destination location. By default, QuoteWerks will want to install on the C Applications and then the QuoteWerks directory folder. If you would like to install this in another location or on your server, simply click on the Browse button and then browse to the folder or directory where you would like QuoteWerks to be installed to. For this example, we're going to install it in the C Applications QuoteWerks folder. Click Next to continue, and this will bring us to the Fresh Installation Options window. This is where you can choose which optional components you want to install. By default, the Install Default Templates and the Install Sample Data in Default Product Database checkboxes will already be set. We recommend you have these checkboxes set so that you do not start with a completely blank installation. This will provide some example layouts, cover pages, reports, and products for you to play around with while you're evaluating QuoteWerks. Once you've made your selections, go ahead and click Next to proceed, and then Next once more, and it'll bring you to the welcome screen where QuoteWerks will begin the installation process. Once the main installation has completed, you'll see a confirmation message that the shared installation portion of QuoteWerks has completed. There's now a second phase of the installation, which is going to be the node installation. This will now proceed by clicking on Continue, and again click Next, click Next again, and this will begin the node setup process. The Backup Replace File step prompts you to create a backup of your existing QuoteWerks documents that may be replaced during the installation. Since we are starting fresh, we're going to go ahead and click No and then click Next. The next step will be to select your optional components. If you are using Microsoft Dynamics, Sugar CRM, Act4Web, ConnectWise, Autotask, Maximizer CRM Live, or Zoho CRM Live as your CRM or PSA system that you wish to integrate with QuoteWerks, select the option here. If you're not using any of these, simply uncheck the options that don't apply to you, and then click Next when ready. The next option will be if you want QuoteWerks to be installed in the Start menu and be available for all users or only a specific user on the installation. And if you want QuoteWerks to create the shortcut on your desktop, click the checkbox and then click Next. And then this will begin the installation process of the node setup for QuoteWerks. Once completed, the Installation Complete window will appear, and you'll see that the node installation was successful. You simply need to click Finish to complete the installation. After the installation has completed, QuoteWerks will prompt you to either enter in a license key to begin or to continue in demo mode. For those of you without a license key, simply click Continue in demo mode. This will open up QuoteWerks and bring you to the Setup Wizard. Here you can set your country, your base currency, and the base currency symbol. Click Next to continue. Set a default tax rate if you need to. If you don't charge sales tax or want to change it later, you can always set it to 0. On the next step, you can choose the contact manager or PSA system that you're going to integrate with QuoteWerks. Click on the drop-down and select the contact manager or PSA system that applies to you. For our example, we're just going to select QuoteWerks and then click Next. If you're going to be integrating with QuickBooks or Peachtree/Sage 50, you can select from the options here. If you don't want to set up the integration right now, that's fine. We can always come back to this later. The purchase order integration is how you want POs handled in QuoteWerks. If you are going to be integrating with QuickBooks, Sage 50/Peachtree, ConnectWise, or Autotask for purchase orders, you can make those selections here as well, and then click Next once done. The last step on the setup wizard will be to enter in your company, name, email, address, city, state, phone number, fax number, and website information. This is going to be used for shipping and your letterhead and signature defaults. Click Finish when done, and you're ready to start using QuoteWerks. After you launch QuoteWerks for the first time, on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see a Getting Started bar. This will show you the Getting Started video, which will walk you through some of the setup of QuoteWerks, including setting up users and your price files. There's also an interactive quick start guide, which will show you some of the major features and functionality in QuoteWerks. We also have a list of resources available for you, such as training videos, the screenshot tour, a product overview video, link to the QuoteWerks help file, which is the user manual, tip of the day, features and benefits of the software, tips for selecting quoting software, and instructions for purchasing. As always, if you have any questions or need any assistance, we're just a phone call away. Feel free to give us a call at 407-248-1481, or you can email us at sales@quotewerks.com. Thanks for watching.